Basic house design. A residential home designer has four basic home designs to choose from: the 1-story or ranch, the 1.5-story, the 2-story, and split level. Each of these individual styles has strengths and weaknesses that should be considered before making the choice. Such factors as space available for the house, site contour, climate, convenience, cost, surroundings, personal preference, and needs should all play a role in the final decision. The 1-story has all the regular living space on one level. It may have a basement depending on the section of the country which it is built. One of the chief advantages of a ranch is that it lends itself to beautifully indoor and outdoor living. Patios, porches, and terraces may be added to virtually any room. With lots of glass, it is possible to bring the outdoor surroundings inside to make it feel larger than it is. Another advantage is the absence of stairs, unless it has a basement. A ranch without a basement is popular with many older and handicapped people. The ranch usually has a low-pitched roof with wide overhangs, since no headroom is necessary above the ceiling. The low-pitched roofs and short walls make the outside maintenance very easy. Cleaning gutters, removing screens, and painting do not require long ladders and other special equipment. This low height simplifies construction as well. The ranch also lends itself to self-expansion and modification very easily. One disadvantage is the 1-story is usually more expensive to build than other designs of the same square footage. This stems from the fact that the 1-story requires more roof area and more foundation length. Another negative aspect of the ranch is that it requires larger lots since it is spread out rather than up. Also, this often causes heating problems for certain areas of the house because of the distance from the furnace. Different types of heating will resolve this issue. Careful planning by an architect must be done to keep the hall space to a minimum. The 1.5-story, sometimes referred to the Cape. It is essentially a 1-story with a steeper roof which allows expansion to the attic. This has two distinct disadvantages: economy and cost per unit of habitable living space and built-in expandability. Generally, the bedrooms and bath are provided in the attic space, since any space with less than 5 feet of headroom is considered unusable. The total square feet of space in the attic is about 1/2 of that of the first floor. Dormers, stairs, and a slightly steeper roof are the principal additional costs required to build a 1.5-story house. The 1.5-story is a very versatile house. It can become a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house with the upstairs left unfinished. The minimum house will meet the needs of a newlywed couple or retired couple as the family expands to the upstairs and can be finished with added dormers and easily create more livable room. Heating costs are minimized due to the smaller wall to space ratio. The attic tends to be quite warm in the summer. Added dormers will help give the upstairs ventilation and help with cooling during this time. When designing the Cape Cod or the 1.5-story, plumbing and electrical should be done during this time with idea of expansion. This is not only a nice feature to work with in the future, but it's also a selling point for the house if it were to be resold. Two-story designs compared to the ranch and 2-story house is much more economical to build. You get more square footage of livable space per dollar. A lot of that has to do with less roofing per square foot. It may be built with or without a basement. It requires a smaller lot, a smaller roof, and a smaller foundation area opposed to the same square footage ranch. Heating and cooling of the 2-story design is simple and comparatively economical. Heat from the first floor naturally rises to the second floor. Even with the furnace far away, this action works really well in a 2-story house. In the summer, with ample windows on opposing sides of the room, can be used to cool the second floor down with cross ventilation. Two-story house has risen to become one of the most popular styles in the United States. This may have to do with the rise of the use of more contemporary styles. While many aspects of the two-story house is economical, the general maintenance of the exterior can be very challenging. Tall ladders must be used, steeply pitched roofs can be dangerous and expensive to work on. For some people, the idea of going up and down stairs can be seen as a disadvantage. Reselling the two-story houses may be harder to sell in an aging community. Some of these homes have been adapted with a stairway, lift, or an elevator. The two-story does not lend itself as easy to others in variation and style. Architects have been able to continue to push the style with a contemporary flair, giving its clients a unique exterior look. As inflation continues and wages stay stagnant, the availability of land decreases. The two stories will remain to be one of the best deals out there economically. Split-level design. The split-level design was conceived for a hilly or sloping lot. It takes advantage with what may be a troublesome difference in elevation. As a general rule, a split level should not be built on a flat lot. Mounting up soil to make up an appearance of a hilly lot is generally not a good idea. The split level makes a great use of space, breaking up the utility, sleeping, and recreation areas into their own levels. This brings about a strong organization of the floor plan layout. Little to no hallway space is required in a split level, as stairs generally by the front entryway is used to connect the different levels. At the lowest level, the maintenance area is established. This usually houses the furnace, a shop, or even a washroom. The next level up generally is the garage and recreational and entertainment area. Patios, terraces are often at this ground level. These houses are excellent at providing indoor and outdoor transitional areas. The next level is generally the living level. You'll find a kitchen, bath, dining, and living room on this level. At the highest level is the bedrooms and bath. And this gives people a greater privacy. There are some negatives to the split level. They generally are more expensive to build. They also require an HVAC specialist to design a heating and cooling system. Often zone heating will need to be designed, much like a ranch requires. So these are your 4 different house styles.